everything like set up below me, I ended my mind your business. Anyway, so I'm just basically gonna do my little new foundation routine that I love. So this is Too Faced Prime and Peachy, and then this, some oil, like dry oil from Beauty Blender. I'm so glad I got this like big ass mirror in front of me, so if I'm looking up, yeah. So if you can't see me, sorry, I'm an idiot. I forgot my camera. Sorry. This is so uncomfortable. I'm gonna like, it's my jeans. They're making me uncomfortable. Okay, that's better. And then put a couple drops of oil in my hands. Lift that up. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw, I don't know if I'm gonna put, if I have any clips to put in this, but it was my birthday last week. Father's Day was my birthday. And that was fun. My mum and my sister set up like a marquee outside, and we had like a the barbecue part of the barbecue didn't really work out, but everything else was like super nice. So yeah, so I got my hair done for that. Goddess braids. The hair that I used wasn't that great, so it's kind of, it is what it is, you know. I think I'm gonna go pretty simple. I'm going to start, okay, I do eyes first, right? But I really want to be trying, like, these people be trying, you know? And like TikTok and so forth. Like where they do their base first and they put their contour in their eyes and all that jazz. So I'm gonna try and do that. This is not what I usually do. I don't really contour on the regular, but I contour my nose for my birthday and it looks really good. So, I should probably tell you what I'm using. I'm using this Makeup Revolution. I think this is their foundation sticks in F17. This is a pretty good contour color for me. I do have F18 as well, but I'm not trying to be that chiseled. So I'm going to take it down to about here. I don't really do the tip because I feel like that's when things start looking weird. And I have a brush for nose contour. I think it's this one. This is, I think this is from, sorry, it's dirty. It's from Amazon. I will try and link it if I can find it. It's either, these brushes are either from Amazon, Studio London, Makeup Revolution, or there's like, I think I have like 2 or 3 Morphe brushes in here. But yeah, get one that looks like this. So it's kind of flat, but also like it blends out pretty good. I'm not gonna blend it out too much because I'm gonna put what do you call it? Foundation or concealer, I'm not sure, over it. I'm just patting, and then I'm gonna take it through my eyes a little bit. That should help. That's right out, so you see it's quite harsh. Blend it into the front of my brow. Okay, next, this is what I actually do. So, color correct with LA Girl Pro Conceal in orange. You just want a little bit. I do it there because I have darkness underneath my eyes, and then around my mouth. I do put a little extra because I did, like, before my sister Mary's birthday, I waxed my upper lip and I waxed like part of the skin off. So it left me with like a little scar. I just blend it with my foundation brush to be fair. And I just pat it, I don't swirl it. I tend to pat a lot of stuff in. So it doesn't have to cover anything, but it helps. So yeah, the aim is you want to color correct, so don't use so much that it's completely covered. This is even too much, the 3 dots that I did on my eye, this is even a little much. Oh, this is so much better for you guys, I think. I can lift the blinds back up now. Yeah, so I just, and it helps a little bit, so you don't want to use too much. And then, I love to layer concealer. So I've got these two from Code 8 in N50 and N70. N50 is lighter, N70, and then super light one from NYX is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop in Caramel. This is super light. Excuse me. So what I'll do is going with N70 first of the Code 8. What's this called? Seamless Cover Concealer. I like to go ham with concealer. So this is, I'm gonna go in the places where I basically use the color corrector, and I'm gonna go a little far down under my under eye, so about here. You don't want to go too far up, and then around here, and yeah. So I'll do this one first, and then, oh, I forgot that foundation. Whoops. That's fine. This is a darker concealer anyway, so it's not too bad. Blend that out. And now foundation. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of foundation, not a lot. Same brush. I like to use the same brush for pretty much everything. Now just put it on the brush, got it around. And I tend to keep it on the outer parts, but I do kind of blend over everything really. And underneath, you don't need a lot of foundation. Now that I have braids, if I had like a wig, I wouldn't put it on my forehead, but I have braids, so I can really go everywhere, to be fair. Or I would do it before I do my makeup before I put my wig on. You see how like nice and glowing we are because of that oil, but we're still like quite smooth because of that Too Faced one. I'm just going under my eyes because I can see the unblended color corrector. Now we're going with N50 from this concealer, which is a lot brighter. You can see the color difference though. On the chin, and here, and down the nose. I'm going to put the even lighter one, the next one, on my nose as well. But I like to use this one first, see what we're looking like, and then if I need to, I'll add the next one. If not, I won't. So doing the chin first, I switch brushes. This is from Amazon. I got this years ago. I'll see if I can try and link everything. I honestly can't remember where I got half the stuff. I just go through my Amazon orders. If I find it, great. If I don't, sorry. So I'm keeping this tight. I will put a little bit here to lift, but I want to do some eyeliner. So this is why I'm doing this first. Bring it along the sides of the nose. Just really get it in there. I always have this one like on hands just to kind of blend everything. I'm just going to put a little bit right here, like one dot. On the other side. Use that to lift. I just said I was going to do eyeliner, didn't I? Look at me. And also just kind of drag it underneath that eye. But, so we do like a little triangle and then drag this up. But you don't need to paint the actual triangle on your face. When you're trying to like do that lifted under eye, you don't need to put the actual triangle. I'm just gonna lift it up and then blend it. Yeah, that for me is enough kind of brightness. And because I have a brightening powder as well, so I don't need to go overboard with the liquids, because I can reinforce it with the powders. Because when you go overboard with the liquids, it's fine, but when you set that, that's pretty much it, to be fair. I'm going to go on the sides of this. Get that in the brush back. So you see how everything's quite subtle. We can reinforce it with powders and choose if we want to make it more harsh or not. But before I set, I'm going to do a little cream blush action. This is from Illuminate Cosmetics. I think it was Ashley Tisdale's brand. I don't think they're in business anymore. They get like this like peach. It's disgusting. Don't judge me. It's like this peachy orange kind of blush. And this is a brush from Primark. I know that because it says PS. It's like dual ended. So like we have like the tapered bit, and then this is kind of like a powder bit. So that's quite a lot, but you know, I'm wearing yellow, so whatever. And I do leave it quite high, so around here. Now blush I like to go intense with, because blush fades, which is why I'm using a cream, and then I'm going to set it with a powder. And I also take that right here. Brush this part of my nose. How are you looking? Dewy. Almost greasy. But I like this kind of look. It just makes your skin look really nice. And I'm going to go straight in with my blush, which is from Sleek. This is the Pumpkin Trio. And take the orange and then just go straight over that, just to basically set that and reinforce the blush colour. But we're going to go over this with powder, so it'll get dulled down, so you can choose to re-intensify if you need to. And with this kind of brush, if you're going to use this kind of slanted brush, don't go back and forth, because it's slanted, so you want to go in one direction or pat. So I tend to go in one direction. If I'm using powders with creams, I tend to pat. So, favorite powder, I love this. This is a Too Faced Primed and Poreless Pore Blurring and Mattifying Face Powder. It's like this. Can you see it? It's a pressed powder. It's translucent, and it actually is translucent. I'm going to show you. This is like magic. So you can pat or just like swirl. I tend to set my entire face with this first, and then I'll go in with some other powders. So, and again, I like to pat. And I'll take this powder with me because like it's invisible, see? I'll get real close so you can see this. You see that? How smooth it really does like blur. On my eyes because I used what's it called? Contour on my eyes. Oh, underneath as well, because we did drag our foundation down there. And you can use a lot of this and you won't look like ashy or cakey or anything like that. You just look smooth. I honestly love it so much. Okay, so that's that powder done. And then I'm going to take, this is a brush from Morphe, it's the E49. So it has that kind of flat thing going on, but you see how it like fans out? Looks like this. I use this for under eyes, I love it. So, for under eyes, I will mix the Revolution Bacon Blot in Banana Deep, and then this Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in Fair. This is a baked foundation, and this is just the pressed powder. You see, this is like white. Hold on, let me open this up. This Laura Geller one is white. This isn't fair. I use this to brighten. So I mix the two, because you know, the Laura Geller one is white. So I'll mix it for the under eye. If I feel like I need more brightness on my under eye, I'll just go straight with the Laura Geller one. But the Makeup Revolution one is pretty much to make it so it's not so ghastly. So it's real, we're going out during the day. I don't want to be like too deep. It's not like we're going out for dinner, we're going out to like an arcade and stuff, which is why I'm using so much powder. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're starting to look a little washed out, which is fine. We can always come back to it. And we're going to use bronzer, which is what I've been using. This is the Morphe Glamour Bronze in Supreme. This stuff is quite thin, you don't even want it. Oh, the sun is going a little bit, so you can probably see this. Again, with this kind of brush, one direction, so I flick up. And I also kind of take it down here as well. Either pat or one direction, guys. Honestly, if you go back and forth, it's going to make it so muddy and choppy and just unblended. My forehead is really where it's going to come together big. And I'll go over that highlight with this as well, just so everything kind of blends together. I kind of leave my temples. I used to love doing this thing called what I call bronzer helmet, where I'd go all the way across here and here and here and everything. But I leave this specifically because I'm going to go back in with that highlight shade and leave it here. So when you have, I think it was James or Robert Welsh, when you have darkness here and here, but light here, it really pulls your eye up and makes you look super lifted. So I don't touch my temples, I go about here, so around the end of my eyebrow. And then my cheek bronzer stops here, so you've got this little patch right here that should help lift your face. And while we're here, I'm gonna get that same brush that I used to contour my nose with this bronzer, and then just blend it. And use that to kind of set the contour. And you see how this is going to reinforce it because you have that darkness here, and wing it out, kind of bringing it out. Oh shit. Dug my brush into this. Bring it down. Okay, the sun's going away so you could see a little better. But this is when, like I said, we're going to go back in with the lightening powder. I'm going to spray my face. Yeah, I'm going to spray my face now. I'm using the Revolution Supreme Matte. And then I will finish everything off with a different setting spray. This is just to kind of reinforce and lock in the powders. So, we're looking good. I might go back in with that Too Faced powder later on. But for now we're good. I'm going to do brows. I got my brows done last week, so 2 weeks ago now, I think. No, not up to 2 weeks ago. I got it done the Friday before my birthday, so a week ago, just over. And they're pretty good. I like them anyway. I haven't got my brows done in, I don't even know. Oh yeah, I should probably tell you guys the story of why I don't let anyone touch my brows. Anyway. I'm using the Benefit Brow Contour in Brown Black Deep, and I'm using the lighter shade out of it. It's literally called Lighter Shade. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm doing a lot to my brows. For this brow, it tends to be the end gets a little sparse. So I'll pop her out. For this brow, she kind of took a little bit too much off the front of this one. So I'll just do a line, then blend it, and then the tail of this brown needs a little help. This is my more angular brow, but she's a little sparse in comparison to this midsection of this brow. And I like my brows quite gappy, I like when you can see a little bit of the hair. I'm not into like lucky brows. I used to be. Lord God, but not anymore. Thank Jesus. See? And I just blend it with this spoolie from, I think this is one of the Amazon ones. I also have like a double-ended spoolie from Morphe, but you know, a spoolie's a spoolie. I feel like all those double-ended brow brushes are all the same. I've bought a couple in my time. They're all the same. And this little unblended patch right here. Brows. Awesome. So eyeliner, I got this one from the hair shop. It's a dip and pot. So if my hands are shaky, eyeliner, who is she? But I feel like today's gonna be a good day. I have a good feeling. What be with me? Okay, to explain what I'm doing, I create a wing, but then for the rest of my eye I tightline because I don't really have a lot of lid space, as you can see. So, like, obviously that took up quite a lot of my outer eye. So for the rest of my eye, I'm just tightlining my lashes are. Just kind of stamping it along my lash line, basically. See how that did indeed create a line? Look at the difference. Mela lashes. These are my favourite lashes to wear. I got all three of the ones that she released. So I will pick one and wear one. Now the only problem with these lashes, the only problem I have with these Mela lashes is that you can see the lash bag quite clearly. So you do have to wear eyeliner, I feel. When you have them on, you do have to wear eyeliner. Now I can do, like, put them on and then put eyeliner on after. I'll kind of hide them if necessary. Alright, highlighter, because I do that yet, even though we look quite glowy. I don't even know what time it is, but I woke up at like 6 a.m, so I know I have time. I think I've already said that the highlighters that I have are, you can't get them, so I'm not even going to bother telling you what they are, sorry. But just get a highlighter. Any highlighter you like. I like using like a mix of like peach and bronze highlighter. Blush brush again with no extra blush on it. And just take my under eye brush again with no extra powder and just I like going with a little bit of the regular just under my eyes here. Like right here. Like that. What I'm going to use, this is my new favourite lip pencil. It's from Makeup Academy, anyway. Intense Colour Lip Liner in Obsession. I love this. I love it, I love it, I love it. So it was kind of like red brown. Rub my lips together. And then just use some Fenty gloss. This is in Taffy Teas. And I'll kind of lock some of this off, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, alright. And then spray my face with this Pixie Glow Mist. But yeah. Okay, the sun's kind of gone behind the clouds, but this is what we're looking like. Very cute. Yeah.